So I'm just going to keep on where I was there. So talking about Mercury conjunct the Sun in Pisces, it's called a Mercury cazimi. It is very, very spiritual. It is a cleansing of the mind. It is a union, a divine union of the mind, which we need the intellect. We need the understanding intellectually and the spirit. So we need to have questioning minds. We need to have minds that are able to absorb. These are all Buddhist terms: absorbing knowledge, absorbing wisdom, coming to an end of something. That's Pisces. As Saturn has just entered Pisces, it's going to take 2.5 years for Saturn to bring us all collectively to a conclusion. This is a time of karmic debts to be paid off, a time of endings. So it's a very beautiful aspect. Again, the Sun conjunct Mercury, called cazimi. And then the other major aspect today is Venus sextile Saturn. That happens at 6:25 p.m. Again, it's Eastern Daylight Time. Venus is in Taurus. She's in her ruling sign, so she's very, very strong and very happy. She just entered yesterday. And Saturn in Pisces. Saturn, the planet of karma and reality. So if you're dreaming about meeting that soulmate, it's a very sensuous, very physical, very practical desire. You want to manifest that soulmate. So you could actually orgasm yourself to connect with the beloved, to connect with your higher self, to connect with your guardian angels, not to manifest things. I don't believe in that. But it's always about bringing yourself to more spiritual enlightenment, more spiritual awareness, more cosmic awareness. So those are three pretty big aspects today. I mean, those aspects keep on coming. Mercury is at basically the last degree of Pisces today. So this is very karmic. When planets are at the last degree of the zodiac, the 29th degree, or you call it even the 30th degree of Pisces, these are big karmic endings. So what have you learned while Mercury is in Pisces? Well, Mercury has been in Pisces. Or recall other endings, other completions, other spiritual lessons. It's always important to take inventory, to take stock. Mercury rules Virgo, so it's all about the inventory. And to say goodbye while our minds have been in this very spiritual, or maybe foggy, or very creative, dreamy, or addictions. Say goodbye to your addictions. Mercury in Pisces. Declutter your mind. Open up your spaciousness. And then Mercury will enter Aries tomorrow on the 18th at 9:24 p.m. That's Pacific Daylight Time, and on the 19th in Eastern Daylight Time at 12:24 a.m. So again, this sense of endings, of completions, and things like that right now. So you want to pay attention. Also, all the moon in Capricorn for all of the day. There's been a lot of big banking issues in the world. And so don't want to really go back over that, but also to remind you that Pisces is debt and illusion and delusion and fake news and addictions and denial, and all of that is going to really, the karma is really coming up on our faces right now. So I do believe that you have to really be paying attention to the cabal, to what's going on in the world. And the house of cards is starting to fall apart. Anybody who's been following the scenario knew and knows that this is all inevitable, and this is all the banks joining together to create one world bank and to create a solution to a problem they've created, so they can have control. So I saw that Bitcoin has gone up. Some of the other cryptocurrencies has gone up. I mean, really, we're only, Pluto's entering Aquarius, the big new deal, only on the 23rd. So we've only got a few days left to really think about for now. I mean, Pluto's going to be hanging around the 29th degree of Capricorn again, but it is very, very critical. Pluto at the last degree of Capricorn is extremely powerful. And, when it entered Capricorn in 2008, it destroyed, Lehman Brothers came down. It was the world, whole mortgage, subprime mortgage thing. So Pluto's going to finish off and get in even deeper while it's at the last degree. So expecting this big cabal, the corporate banking takeovers, to be even more entrenched right now. So, you need to be ready. You need to be aware. I would definitely listen to your intuition. I think that's what Saturn and Pisces, the real test here, Saturn is always the cosmic tester, is listening to your intuition. The only real authority we have is to have a clear, intuitive grounded sense of what's going on and connecting to our higher selves, our guardian angels. That's why the sun conjunct Mercury in Pisces today is so very important. You know, St. Patrick's Day I don't like because it's the day the Catholics threw the snakes, which is the goddess out of Ireland. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you don't really want that energy. So I would take back the energy of the snakes, of the snake wisdom, of the snakes in the positive sense of infinity and women's bodies, and the, you know, the Ouroboros snake eating its tail, and take back the wisdom, the intrinsic wisdom of the snake, the serpent right on the ground, not the bad serpents or the reptilians or any of that stuff. So get a more detached perspective with the moon in Aquarius. Ask in the big picture, what am I supposed to be doing here? You know, and Pluto in Capricorn at the last degree is the big key question is, am I really marching to my soul's drummer? Is this what I really need to be showing up to do? What do I need to build? What do I need to scale up, scale down? You know, how do I get to the top of the mountain so I can see the big picture? And Pluto at the 29th degree is really, we are at the top of the mountain. You have to have the big picture to see what's going on. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. Follow me on my blog at infinitynow.wordpress.com. I write there pretty much every day. And I'm up here in Toronto, Canada. And we are getting ready to have 2 Aries new moons coming up, which is really interesting and quite rare. Hasn't happened in a very long time. Spring equinox is on the 20th. Ostara, it's International Astrology Day on the 20th. I might do some free readings and things like that to promote astrology on that day. The sun actually enters Aries at 5:24 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time. And then a new moon occurs. The new moon is at 7:23 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on the 21st. And so it's 0 degrees Aries. It's a very nice synchronicity to have a whole new moon at the beginning of Aries, right on the equinox. And then to have, you know, we're starting to get into eclipse season, April 20th. There is going to be that eclipse new moon. So 2 new moons in Aries is quite rare. So right at the last degree of Aries, it's April 19th. It occurs in 9:13 p.m. The solar eclipse